Hey everyone! I decided that I was going to come outside and do a live. Let's see if the internet will actually pick this up. Let's see if you can actually hear me. There's not too much noise going on, but every once in a while somebody drives their motorcycle by super loudly because I get it, it's motorcycle season, and in New York not everyone can be on their motorcycle all year round. So it should be quiet enough for you to hear me. You should be able to see me, but let me know in the comments if you can't hear me or if you can't see me, because I know that TikTok Live does not do so well when you don't have really strong internet service. So I'm going to just take it unless somebody tells me that you can't hear me. I'm just going to keep going like you can. I can barely see the screen, but I want to talk to you about changing your reality, because this is something that actually gets to be very, very simple. And the reason why changing your reality feels like it's difficult is because you're still available for it to be. It's because you're still telling stories. Can you guys hit the heart button and let me know if you can see this? Because it looks like people aren't in here, but a lot of people are joining. Hit the heart button if you can hear me and see me. Just let me know. As my dogs are knocking stuff over. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Okay, it looks like people are coming in and showing a number. I'm just gonna take it like you can. Okay. So what I need you to understand is I see a lot of people really, really struggling with this whole reality creation thing. And I need you to know that it doesn't actually have to be difficult. It doesn't actually have to take a long time. When you want to create your new reality, when you want to manifest a new reality, when you want to manifest success, when you want to manifest money, when you want to manifest a relationship, when you want to manifest a different body, like whatever it is that you want to manifest, you can absolutely do it. And it can actually come so quickly, because what I need you to understand is you are creating your reality from this moment right now. It's not about what happened to you in your past. It's not about what you've been going through. It's about you understanding that this is a quantum universe. You are literally living in a holographic universe. This is supported by neuroscience and quantum physics. This isn't just spiritual mumbo jumbo. This is backed in science. So what I need you to understand is time is an illusion. It's a man-made construct. So if you stop believing that time is real, then that means that things don't have to take a long time. It doesn't have to take a long time for your reality to change. It actually can change so quickly. And you're probably like, okay, but how do I do this? Because I have been really struggling. Hey, Tamara, but I've really been struggling to do this. And it's because you're still believing in the notion of time. You're still believing that it has to take a long time for your reality to change. You're still believing in the fact that you need to do X, Y, and Z to manifest the money, to manifest the car, to manifest the house, to manifest the partner, to have the bank account that you want, to be living in the house that you want. You're still believing that you have to do X, Y, and Z. You're still believing that these actions are going to equate to this manifestation, that in order for you to get this thing, you have to do these things, and you have to take all of this time and take all of these actions. And it's like, but if you are the creator of your reality, and you are, then why? Why do you keep believing that it has to take a long time? Why do you keep believing that you need to have X, Y, and Z before you can have whatever the manifestation is? If you simply decided, this is what I want to experience, this is what I want to feel like, this is the manifestation that I'm calling in, this is the business that I want to have, this is the life that I want to have, this is how I want life to go for me, I need you to understand that it does actually get to be that simple. The reason why you're not letting it be that simple is you're still listening to the lies that you've been programmed to believe. So what I need you to understand is, first of all, we have to throw it away. Throw everything away that you've been told, because if you don't do that, you're still going to allow your mind to limit you. And your mind is the only thing that you need to get on board. So what you need to do in order to create your reality, like I'm going to give you a 2-step process that is so fucking simple that you're going to be like, why did I struggle for so long? Stop believing in all of the nonsense that you've been told. Stop believing that things have to take a long time. Stop believing in time. Stop believing that money is a limited resource. Stop believing that you have to work hard for things. Stop believing that it's hard to find your soulmate partner. Stop believing that you have to struggle, that the struggle is required. Stop believing that you need to keep healing yourself and doing all of this personal development work on yourself. You don't. And quite honestly, the people that keep believing this are the ones that get stuck doing the work forever. And I want you to hit the like button if you're like, I feel like I've been trying to manifest my desired reality for so long and I don't actually feel good. I don't feel like I'm in the place that I want to be. I don't feel like my manifestations are coming in easily and consistently. I feel like I've been doing all of this work on myself and I don't really have that much to show for it. I totally understand that and I empathize with you, but I need you to understand that that isn't the way it has to be. I was there for so long because everyone was telling me you have to do this and you have to do this and you have to do this, until I realized, wait a minute, but why? Why do I have to do all of those things? If time is an illusion and if I am creating my reality from every single moment, then I just have to decide differently. So the first step is you need to become conscious. You need to become conscious of the reality that you actually want to be living in, because if you're not conscious, your unconscious programmings are going to keep running your life. And this is where a lot of people struggle, is they say that they want to manifest X, Y, and Z, but they're not actually becoming conscious. And if you're not conscious, you can't notice your patterns, you can't notice your programming, you can't notice the limitations that come up. Because if everything that you were told was a lie, and it is, that means that you don't have to believe it, but you have to be conscious enough to notice when that lie is coming up to stop believing it. If you understand that time is an illusion, you are the creator of your reality, and you are, and it is, then you get to decide in this moment, what do I want to experience right now? So you need to become conscious so that way you don't buy into any of the bullshits, you don't entertain any of the bullshit, you don't entertain any of the limiting beliefs, you don't entertain any of the limiting stories, and you stop going there. The moment that you decide to become conscious and then you decide what you want, everything changes for you. So what's the 2 steps? The 2 steps are become conscious and decide, and keep deciding, keep being conscious. When you keep becoming conscious of the reality that you want to live in, when you keep becoming conscious of the stories that you're telling, when you keep becoming conscious of the beliefs that you have, it's all about pivoting. If this is a belief that feels disempowering, then I'm not going to believe it anymore. If this is a story that tells me that I have to struggle, that tells me that that it has to take a long time, that tells me that I'm not far enough along yet, that tells me that I should be further along yet, that tells me that I'm a failure, that tells me that it's not working, I get to decide that that's no longer true for me. I'm not going to believe it. If this is a story that I'm telling myself and I'm the one that gets to create my reality, then why am I telling myself this story? I get that you were programmed to believe this, but that's why you have to throw everything away first. Like, that's the first step to this reality creation thing, is realizing that you have been lied to. So in order for you to create your reality, you have to drop every lie. And those are the lies that you were programmed to believe, and then the lies that you continue to tell yourself. Because here's the thing, is like, inner child work is the biggest bullshit. Like, people that tell you to keep doing inner child work, what are you doing? You can only change your life in this very moment right now. If you keep having to go back to your past, to your child, to when you were wronged or whatever it is, you're not taking your power, you're giving your power away in every moment. And when are you manifesting from? The moment that you're breathing into. So this moment right now is the only moment that you have control over. It's the only moment that you can show up differently. And I see a lot of people adding more things to their to-do list when people are like, you have to have a manifestation practice and you need to do this, this, and this. But why? A lot of people are spending all of this time journaling and scripting and visualizing and meditating. And it's like, but if you're not actually changing how you're showing up in the moment, of course you're still struggling. Of course it feels like manifestation isn't working for you, because sure, you might be scripting every single day, but throughout the 18 hours that you're awake, and who knows how long you're actually awake for, but let's just say 18 hours. For the other 18 hours that you're awake, are you actually conscious? Are you actually telling yourself the story every single second? Not just once, every single second. When you're out living your life, when you're out driving your car, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're working, when you are out to dinner, are you telling yourself the story of how life gets to go for you? Are you telling yourself the empowering belief of how you want it to be right now? Are you telling yourself how easy it gets to be? Are you telling yourself that you're the luckiest person in the world? Are you telling yourself that abundance is your birthright? And are you actually showing up in the energy where live restricted? Oh my God. This is why I stopped going live, because the amount of restrictions that come up here. Anyway, we're just going to keep going and see if I get fucking banned. This is why I started posting more on Instagram, even though I said I would never go back, because TikTok has been like coming at me. This is why I stopped going live every single day for 2 hours a day. Anyway, restricted. This is hilarious. We're just going to keep going. So if you are actually telling yourself all day long that your reality, they don't want us to enlighten. They don't. And here's the thing is, like, I have been so mindful of the words that I say on here so that way I don't get restricted. But all it takes is some Karen in the comments being like, I don't like what she has to say. And they would just rather everyone be miserable. So whatever, if you're here, because they won't push the live out anymore. So that's fine. We're just going to keep going. But if you actually paid attention to who you are being every single moment of every single day, if you were actually telling yourself the story of how you wanted life to go for you, if you were actually believing the beliefs that support the reality that you want to be in, not telling yourself a story of what has to take a long time, or it's not working for me, or it's working for them but it's not working for me, or it's so easy for other people but it's just hard for me, or I can't do that because, or well, that's just not available for me, or because I was born this way and I was raised this way, or this is my socioeconomic status, this is my gender, this is my whatever it is. Like, these are all lies. These are all programs that you have been taught so that way you continuously give your power away. If you decide that you're the one that's in your power, if you decide that everything is happening for you, if you decide that you are the creator of your reality, then you decide and you move as such. You don't entertain the stories that say, but what if it's not going to work? You don't go into fear. You don't go into doubt. You don't go into this uncertain frequency, because you are saying every moment of every day, I am the creator of my reality, period. And if I am the creator of my reality, then I get to decide. I get to decide who I get to be. I'm going to start like blocking people just so that way I don't get any more restrictions. I should just block them when they come up. I was trying to ignore them, but that didn't work out. But the live is still growing. That's hilarious. Anyway. So see, like, the rules don't fucking matter. The rules don't fucking matter. But what matters is, who are you being in every moment? What is the story that you're telling yourself? What are the beliefs that you are entertaining? Are you actually showing up every moment of every single day in your power? Are you actually showing up with full certainty, with full conviction that it is all happening, that it is all working, that no matter what is going on, you get to decide, if this isn't how I want it to be, it doesn't have to be this way. If this isn't how I want to feel, I don't have to feel this way. If this isn't a story that I want to play out anymore because I'm not the main character, then I don't have to play into it. If you are constantly just paying attention to, this is why I said conscious is the number one thing. It's not about what you want, because a lot of people are like, well, I want this, but most people don't even know what they want. So it's about becoming conscious, because when you're conscious, you can notice all of these thoughts. You can notice all of these feelings. You can stop the story before you entertain it for too long. You can stop the belief as soon as you notice it, because just because a belief comes through your head doesn't mean you have to fixate on it. Think about all of the clouds in the sky. There's obviously not a cloud in the sky today. That's why I'm getting burnt up, but I need some color, so it's fine. But if you think about thoughts just like clouds in the sky, you're not hyper fixating on every single cloud. Sure, maybe you're out sunbathing and a big cloud comes by, so you look up to see what's going on, but you're not like, how dare this cloud be there? Like, you're not attaching yourself and assigning meaning to these clouds. They are just there. They just exist. This is how thoughts are. Like, there are literally infinite amounts of thoughts. That's why they call them thought forms. So if you just stop noticing, stop paying attention to the thoughts that give your power away, that feel limiting, that feel like you're trapped, that feel like they're doubtful or uncertain or fear-based, and you just say, okay, cool, like, it's there. But if you just let it pass by, just like a cloud in the sky, you don't give it any attention, you don't make it mean something about yourself, you're just like, okay, that's a thought that I don't want to think. So you shoo it away just like a fly. Like, it doesn't have to be something that takes you out. It doesn't have to be something where you drop your power. It doesn't have to be a story that you keep subscribing to. And quite honestly, if you can just lead yourself powerfully in this moment right now, and in every moment going forward, your reality would change so quickly. You would quantum leap into a new reality. And that's why my upcoming 30-day experience is called Lead Yourself Powerfully, because my clients and students have completely life-changing shifts within 3 days to 2 weeks of working with me, because I'm just not going to entertain your blind spots. I'm not going to entertain the bullshit. I'm going to keep leading you forward, so that way you're not going into uncertainty, so that way you're not doubting, so that way you're not giving your power away, so that way you're not entertaining limiting thoughts or beliefs or feelings. Because the longer you just stay in your power and say, I am the one creating my reality, period, that means people don't make me feel a certain way. That means that I am not, just making sure I'm blocking all these men. That means that I am not subscribing to stories. There is a steamboat blowing in the distance. We're going to take that as an affirmation, confirmation, synchronicity. If you stop allowing yourself to go to the places that you don't want to go, the beliefs that you don't want to believe anymore, the feelings that you don't want to feel anymore, the experiences that you don't desire to be experiencing, if you just decide that you are the creator of your reality, and then you decide and you move as that. If you are the creator of your reality, and you are, why are you entertaining a story that tells you that you might not get it? Why are you entertaining a story that tells you that you have to struggle? Why are you entertaining a belief that says it's not working out for me? Why are you entertaining a story or a belief that says it has to take a long time? Because Abraham Hicks always says a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So instead of thinking that thought over and over again, what is a thought you'd rather be thinking? What is an experience you'd rather be feeling? What is a feeling you'd rather be feeling? How would you rather your life be going for you? Your life, your business, no matter what it is. Because yes, we could look at all of the things that went wrong and all of the people that wronged you and all of the things and all of the personal development. But at the end of the day, if you're doing all of that work and it's not changing who you're being, then your reality isn't going to change. But when you decide that I'm actually available for abundance, I'm available for health, I'm available for happiness, I'm available for joy, I'm available for loving the life that I'm living, and you just say, okay, so then what do I want to do today? What makes me feel good? What makes me happy? How do I want to build this business? How do I want to work for the rest of my life? What do I want my days to look like? When you get so busy aligning with your power and showing up as the version of yourself who is creating your reality. It's not a question. You're not looking for a blue butterfly if this is working. You're not looking for signs from the universe. You're not looking for the synchronicities. Of course, the synchronicities are there. Of course, the signs are there, but ultimately you're deciding their meaning. Stop watching tarot card readers. Stop calling psychics. You are the one that's in your power unless you keep dropping your power. So are you showing up powerfully and deciding that it's all working out? It gets to come easily to me. It gets to come quickly to me. I don't care if you've been struggling in business or struggling with money or struggling with love or whatever it is, and you've been struggling with it for years, for decades. If you just decided today you weren't available for the struggle, you would show up differently, because the version of you who's available for the struggle is a completely different version of you who is available for the ease. So can you just decide right now that you're available for ease, and then stop entertaining the stories of struggle? Stop taking the hardest action. A lot of the times we believe that things have to be so hard and they have to take a long time that we block ourselves off from the abundance that's easily available to us. And it's yes, you can work very hard for things, but that means you're trading your time, you're trading your freedom, you're trading your energy in a limited resource way for something that you feel is limited. What if you just believe that money is energy, and it is, so it's readily available. Money is as available as the abundance of trees in the world, as the abundance of air. You've never had to worry about, is there enough air for me to breathe? There's always been enough air for you. There's always enough abundance for you. But are you noticing the abundance everywhere? Are you tuning into it? Are you showing up in that frequency? Or you keep telling yourself that you have to do something to manifest money, or you have to work hard to manifest money, or you have to trade your time for money? I've got pollen on me. There's an abundance of pollen. There's an abundance of everything everywhere. And when you just start moving from this abundance frequency, where you're empowered, where you are certain, where you know, because here's the thing, right? You're the one creating your reality. So if you're the one that's creating your reality, then you get to decide in every moment, what am I experiencing? What does today get to look like? What does this month get to look like? How much money do I want to make this month? How many clients do I want to work with this month? How much do I want my body to weigh? You get to decide all of these things. And when you decide and you become unavailable for who you used to be, everything will change for you. But a lot of people don't make a decision. A lot of people don't stay in their power. A lot of people entertain all day long the frequencies where it says it isn't working, and they feel into the fact that it has to be hard and that they have to struggle. And it's because you keep going there, you're available for it. But if you stop going there and you become unavailable for it, you will have a completely different reality. And when you stop going there and you stop going there and you stop going there, and you continuously show up in your power, and if you continuously show up available for the abundance, available for health, available for happiness, then you're gonna get that. But it's what are you available for? Yes, there is a lot of accountability that needs to be done in this whole reality creation thing, because you don't get to run your life through your ego, and your ego loves drama and trauma. It loves shame and blame. You have to get out of that frequency. Those are low frequency emotions that quite honestly aren't helping you, because you're coming up with stories, excuses, and reasons why you're not in your power. And it's like, but what if you just decided to be in your power? What if you just decided that reality creation got to be the easiest thing for you? What if you decided and then moved accordingly? I say this all of the time, that you've got to get out of wanting and waiting energy, and you need to get into deciding and moving energy, because the version of you who is wanting and waiting is the version of you who will sit on TikTok all day long watching manifestation videos, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, reading yet another book, but not manifesting anything. And it's like, okay, but what are you doing about it? If you aren't applying the information, then it's going in one ear and it's going out the other ear. You need to be applying this all day long. Quite honestly, you probably know more than you need to know about reality creation. So my question is, why aren't you doing it? And this is what I mean. This is why my clients and students shift so quickly, because I'm gonna call you out, but I'm calling you out to rise, sister, because I know that you deserve a better life. I know that you deserve more money. I know that you deserve more happiness. I know that you deserve more freedom. You know what you need to do. Quite honestly, we're all telling you the same thing, just with a little different pizzazz, with a little different verbiage, with maybe some different perspectives. But at the end of the day, we're all telling you what to do. Change your thoughts, change your stories, show up more powerfully, take action from this place. So why aren't you? Why are you still allowing yourself to sit back and watch another tarot card reader and hope that they're telling you that that the love is coming in, that the money is coming in? Like, girl, what? No, we're done. We are done with that, because that is such a low frequency thing. You need to be in your power. Decide what you fucking want. And if you don't know what you want, then the last thing you should be doing is focusing on anything outside of you. You need to get crystal fucking clear on what you want to experience, on what you want your life to look like, on what you want your business to look like, on how much money you want to be making, on where you want to be living, on the house you want to be living in the car you want to be driving, in the relationships you want to have, whether that's family relationships, whether that's love relationships, whether that's friendships. If you spent more time getting clear on what exactly you wanted, getting clear on the version of you who you are that has that, if you started feeling like that version of yourself, if you started thinking like that version of yourself, if you started speaking like that version of yourself, if you started moving like that version of yourself, how differently would your life be? And here's the thing is, like, your entire life, your entire life could change in the next 30 days, could change in the next 60 days, could change in the next 90 days. And quite honestly, if your entire life isn't changing in the next 90 days, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why are we even going there? Because it should not take you more than 90 days to completely change your life. Because if you just stopped being the old version of yourself and you started being the new version of yourself, so aligning your thoughts, your feelings, your words, your actions, you're embodied fully in this new identity. What you have to understand is your identity is a subconscious thing, and your identity is what I call the overarching piece of transformation. So when you change your identity, everything else has to change. But where I see a lot of people struggling with this is they say that they want to be some person. They don't have clarity on who that version of them is. They are waiting for something outside of themselves to tell them that they get to be this person, instead of just fucking deciding, I want to be this person, so I'm going to be this person right now. If you think of life as just one big virtual reality game, and it literally is, this is why I will never understand people who play video games. Like, what? You're in a virtual reality game. That's Inception. Start learning how to become the character that you want to be. If you just decided in this moment right now that you were pressing play, and in this moment, from this moment going forward, that you got to show up as any version of yourself that you wanted to be. No, we're not going to say, but, this, that. No. We just hit play. This is a restart button on your life. You are starting the game over right now. Who would you be? How would you show up? How much money would be in your bank account? What car would you be driving? Where would you be living? What vacations would you be taking? What relationship would you be in? How would you feel about yourself? How would you think about yourself? If you just decided right now to get so fucking crystal clear on that version of yourself, and then becoming that version of yourself, I am telling you, it wouldn't even take 90 days for your entire reality to change. This is the work. It isn't actually complicated. You're just listening to the lies that you've been programmed to believe, and you aren't changing who you're being. Somebody needed to hear that, but like, that's the truth, girl. I love you, and I'm calling you forward from power. Stop entertaining the bullshit. Stop entertaining the lies. Stop believing that it has to take a long time. Stop believing that anything has power over you or your life or your money. Stop believing that. Is this recorded? I can put this on my YouTube channel after this. Normally my lives just go into my Manifestation University. But yeah, I can keep this one on my YouTube channel. Hopefully like the recording is clear because I'm outside and I don't have a lot of reception. I'm sweaty and gross and I don't care. I'll keep it up for you guys. I just like felt called to come on here and do this even with the freaking restriction. But somebody needed to hear this. Even if one person's entire life changed from this, like, I'm happy because this is the work. Like when we individually change, collectively we change. And instead of like fighting all of like the evil in the world, start focusing on how do you want to feel? Start focusing on how do you want to think? Start focusing on who do you want to be? Like you literally get to decide who you want to be. You can reinvent yourself 1,000,001 times. And this reinvention doesn't have to take a long time. It just requires consistency. It just requires dedication. It just requires you having this like, fuck this, I'm done moment. Because I want you to think about any time your life has changed. How did it change? You decided, right? It wasn't like, I want this, I want this. It was like, fuck, I'm sick of weighing this much. I'm sick of not being able to fit into my pants. I'm sick of having another man ghost me. I'm sick of being mistreated in a relationship. I'm sick of giving my power away to my mother and like having this negativity in my mind. I'm sick of running out of money and struggling to pay my bills. I'm sick of not being able to take the vacations that I want to take. I'm sick of living in this town that feels constricting to me. The way that you've changed is you decided. You were like, I'm fucking done with this. So honestly, like that's the most beautiful thing, because when you're fucking done, like we're not going here anymore, that is so much better than you feeling comfortable, because a lot of people will stay stuck in their comfort zone because subconsciously it's easier to be there. And consciously, when they think about changing, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of fear, and it's like, well, I might not love the work that I'm in, I might not love this relationship, I might not love the body that I have right now, I might not love how much money I have right now, but you know, it's kind of working. And like, that's the worst place to be in, because then you'll keep entertaining it. But when you have this, no, like, fuck this, I'm done moment, this is when you pick up your big girl pants and you put them on and you're like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I am all in. I'm all in on this dream life. I'm all in on this dream business. I'm all in on this dream body. I'm all in on this dream relationship. I'm all in. And when you're all in, this is when you're like, so what do I actually want? If this isn't what I want, I'm going to stop focusing on this and I'm going to start focusing on what do I actually want? What do I actually want to experience? How do I want my life to look like? What do I want my day in and day out to look like? Like, what do I want to feel like every single day? What do I want? What do I want? And when you focus more on what you want, rather than spending 18 hours a day on TikTok, rather than listening to yet another podcast, rather than doing yet another journaling session, like, girl, I have not journaled in like 5 fucking years, because journaling personally to me is a waste of time. If you don't have clarity on what you want, then it might be helpful to journal it out. But if you know what you want, why are you wasting your time journaling about it? Start living it. Start becoming the version of yourself that has this. When you change who you're being day in and day out, your mindset will change, your energy will change, the actions that you take will change, because you're not taking actions to get something anymore. You are taking actions as a sign of the embodiment that you have of this new identity that you are now being. And when you become somebody else, your reality will change. This is why every single spiritual teacher has always told you, it's not about what you're doing, it's about who you're being. The universe is responding to who you're being. And quite honestly, the universe is just an extension of you. So if you're waiting for a sign from the universe, that means that you're too busy not getting clear on what you actually want and what you actually want to experience. And you're hoping that some greater power will like guide you. But that greater power is your intuition. And your intuition can only guide you if you're listening, if you're willing, if you're open, if you're creating spaciousness to actually follow the aligned action. Like, there's a reason why it's aligned action. You get your mindset right, you get your energy right, and you take action from this place. And it's not like this logical, oh, well, if I do this, then I'm going to get that $10,000 month and da, 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 da. It's like, maybe I should go work outside today and record a live in the sun. Like, it's going to be something that just is like, oh, maybe you should do this. And you're like, okay, yeah, that feels fun. Like, what if you just followed fun, passion, excitement, joy more instead of like being in your mind and then not actually taking actions differently because you're trying to figure out how this is going to get you to this and how you do this and how you do this. If you're living in your head, you're not living in your body. And if you're living in your head, which is what I always tell my clients and my students, is the maze that has been programmed to lie to you. So think about your mind as a labyrinth. You are just going to keep getting lost in this labyrinth, in this maze, and then you get exhausted. And it's like, but what if you just dropped out of your head and into your body? Because if you're living in your body, you're living in this present moment. And when are you manifesting from? The moment that you're breathing into. So that means that you need to be in the present moment in order to take aligned action. That means that you need to be in your body so that way your mind isn't mastering you. That's why mastering your mind and mastering your emotions is essential to creating your reality, because your emotions have been programmed to keep reacting and responding to the shit that you've been doing. And here's the thing is, if you keep reacting and responding to the same situation the same way, that's when you're not going to get out of the situation. Let me give you an example that is the perfect example, because a lot of people don't get this. They don't lock it in. Money manifestation. Girls, the dogs are tied to this table right now and they're wrestling. So, girls. Okay. So with money, a lot of people are like, I want to manifest, let's not even put a dollar amount on it. I want to manifest financial freedom. Like, I want to be financially free. Okay, bet. Everybody does. And if you don't, you're lying to yourself. You do. Everybody wants to be financially free. So you're saying that you want to manifest more money this month. And amazing. You should. You get to. You're a divine creator. That's available for you. So you say that you want to manifest, actually, let me put a number on it because it just makes more sense when I do it this way. So say you want to manifest $10,000. It doesn't matter where the $10,000 comes from. Yeah, it'd be cool if it was your business. Yeah, it'd be cool if it came from whatever, but it doesn't matter actually. Would you care how the money came in if you had the money in your bank account? You wouldn't. So say you want to manifest $10,000. And so you're doing the belief work, you're getting your energy behind it, you're feeling into it, you're telling yourself it's possible. And then you open up your email or you open up your mail and you have an unexpected bill for $100. So what do 99.9% of people do? They actually show up in the same embodiment, in the same energy, in the same frequency, with the same reactions, with the same lack of emotional intelligence, with the same dysregulated nervous system. And they go, I said I was going to manifest the money, and why doesn't it work for me? And how am I going to pay for this? Because if I have this, then I'm not going to be able to pay for my rent, and I need to do this and I need to do that, and blah, 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 and they let it take them out. I will always tell you that the universe isn't testing you, because that's the patriarchy. And why are we bringing the patriarchy in manifestation? The universe isn't testing you. It's always giving you an opportunity to show up as the version of yourself that you say you're going to be. So the version of yourself who is financially free, if they open up their email, if they open up their mailbox and they have $100 bill in their mailbox, they are literally not even going to react to it, right? Because money is a limitless resource, and somebody who is abundant, somebody who is wealthy knows that. Somebody who is wealthy knows that, first of all, circulating money makes more money. Every time I spend money, it comes back to me. Money is a limitless resource, so I'm never running out of it. So you get $100 bill, and what do? Laugh about it, and then they pay the bill immediately, right? Like, they're not going to wait. They're not going to set it aside. Maybe they'll give it to like somebody else to pay it, but that bill is going to get paid, and it will not take any mental space from them. It will not take any of their energy. It won't cause this emotional reaction. It won't dysregulate their nervous system, because a wealthy person doesn't freak out when they get $100 bill. And quite honestly, if you can't handle $100 bill, your nervous system is getting dysregulated, which is a clear sign that your subconscious feels like that $100 bill isn't safe. Your subconscious is designed to keep you alive. That's one of the prime directives of your subconscious mind. So if you don't feel safe having $100 being circulated out of your bank account, which is just energy, if you can't circulate the amount of energy that corresponds to the $100, then it would feel life-threatening for you to have the energy of $10,000 coming into your life. So if you can't handle, and I'm terrible at math, like I will always admit what I'm amazing at, and I'll always admit my downfalls. So like, I don't know the actual math. Somebody can drop it in, but it honestly doesn't matter. So let's just say that $10,000 is 100 times $100. If it's not, I don't fucking care. Just go with me. But so if you can't handle 1/100th of the amount of money, energy that you're calling in and feel safe with that, your subconscious mind will always block you from getting that $10,000 because you don't feel safe circulating $100. Is this landing? Like hit the likes on here, because a lot of people struggle with money manifestation like it's this like elusive thing. But in my world, it isn't money mindset, it's money work, because we need to regulate your nervous system with money. We need to change your mindset with money. We need to change the frequency that you're in with money. We need to change your habits with money. We need to change the relationship that you have with money. We need to change how you're feeling about money all day long. Money is a very, very convoluted topic because money and love are the most highly programmed things that we're programmed out of alignment with. I just pulled something out of the ground. Please don't eat that. That is a decoration. Ma'am. Oh my God. Since I have been on this live, they have officially pulled out every light and every decoration that was in the gravel back here. Anyway, it's fine. I will fix that later. So what I need you to understand is if you're manifesting money, it doesn't mean that you don't get bills anymore, right? Like, quite honestly, people that have more money probably have more bills. They probably have higher expenses, but that expense doesn't mean anything to them because they've already worked on their mindset. They've already worked on their speech patterns. They've already worked on how they feel about money. They've already regulated their nervous system. So it's like, I know how to navigate this. And if you're somebody that really, really wants help with money manifestation, I have a 30-day money manifestation challenge, which is fucking life-changing, in my Manifestation University. And you could buy the money game separately. That's what it's called. But if you get into my university, you get access to over 25 programs and all of my past lives. So there's hundreds of hours of content, like 50 different practices. And you save over $10,000 by joining the university rather than joining things individually. But I teach you how to do this in the money game. So this is, again, while yes, this is the most convoluted subject out there, this also doesn't have to take a long time. You can literally change your entire reality with money in the next 30 days. You just have to be dedicated to doing the work, because the version of you who struggles with money is not the version of you who has a very supportive, consistent, and reliable relationship with money. They're two different people, different habits, different thoughts, different actions, different feelings, different speech, like all of the things. But it's like, do you understand how when you say that you want to have a different experience, a different reality, and whether that's money, whether that's love, whether that's health, whether that's business, whatever it is, like it's all semantics, just plug and play here. But it's like when you decide that you want to experience a different reality, no matter what it is, or if it's in all areas, that means that you can't keep reacting and responding the way that you've always have been. So yes, when you manifest money, you're going to get a bill. It's not about the bill. It's about who are you being when the bill comes in. How are you reacting? How are you responding? It's like getting really, really bright here. The sun's like right over my head, so I can't fully see, but thank you for the rose. I'm just like teaching because I will be like this the whole time if I'm reading the comments, but I appreciate y'all for being here. So what I want you to understand is the reason I always use money is because it is the most highly programmed thing. It is something that we use as the energetic currency for us to be able to do the things that we want to do, for us to experience the life that we want to live here. Money is not good or bad. Everything is neutral in the universe. We just have a lot of programming that tells us that it's bad and tells us that rich people are bad and but all of that noise, like that's all the garbage that we have to throw away, right? But it's like your reaction and your response in the moment is what matters. It doesn't actually matter what the external stimulus is, right? Because things that are happening outside of you are either a reflection of the past version. They're always a reflection of the past version of yourself. And if we're going with the whole video game metaphor, I want you to think about in a video game when you level up, right? And like, I don't play video games, but when I was like a child, I did. So like, I think about like Mario. So think about when you like get through level 1 of Mario and you get to like level 2. The level looks very similar typically when you go from one level to the next level, but it's just a little different. So it's like when you get that $100 bill for example, And you don't decide to give your power away. You don't decide that it has to mean that money is running out. You don't decide that it means that money manifestation isn't working for you. You don't go into the lack frequency. You don't entertain the lack mindset. You don't entertain the lack frequency, and thus you don't take actions from lack, because lack plus lack will always equal lack. You need to have an abundant mindset and abundant frequency to have abundance. And this is the part where a lot of people struggle, because they try and manifest money from lack, and it's like lack and lack is just going to get you lack. So if you decide though that, okay, cool, I got $100 bill in the mail, that's fucking amazing. That means that it's working. That means that this is an opportunity for me to show up as my richest self. Do I need to know where the money is going to come from for me to pay this bill? No. But do I need to trust that when I pay this bill, I'm circulating money and money gets to come back to me quickly and easily? Actually, fuck it. Let's decide that money comes to me tenfold every time I spend it instantaneously. And so if you're not reacting in a lack frequency, if you're not getting dysregulated in your nervous system, if you're not showing low emotional intelligence and reacting negatively to it, and you're staying in your power and saying, amazing, I love that I just got this $100 bill, because this gives me an opportunity to prove to myself that I actually can show up as the wealthiest version of myself. I don't need anything outside of me to change, because I understand that everything outside of me is a reflection of who I've been. So if I want the circumstances to change, my internal dialogue, my internal frequency, my internal response has to change. And when we also talk about quantum physics, since this is the only moment that exists, your entire reality can change in every single moment. So if this was an opportunity for you to show up differently, and instead of showing up like the old version of yourself, you do actually show up as the wealthiest version of yourself, that's when you level up. That's when you go to level 2, and it's like, okay, bet, I've got this. Like, that was amazing. I've now proven to myself that even though I might not have more money in my bank account, that even though I didn't manifest $1 that I was putting on this month or this week or this day, whatever it is, like, I can still show up differently. And this is when you master reality creation, because mastering reality creation is mastering you. And what you have control over in this whole thing is you. And when you have control over you, no one else has control over you. That means the bill doesn't have control over you. That means the way that somebody speaks to you, like, that means that, like, whether it's your mother, whether it's your boyfriend, whether it's your friend, like, they don't have control over you, because you have control over you. And when you can control you, when you can control your mind, when you can control your emotions, this is when you can show up powerfully no matter what is happening. And then from that place of being regulated, you can decide how you want this to go for you. You can always decide the meaning. So what if you stop assigning negative meaning and you only decide an empowering meaning? You decide that this means that it is working for you. You decide that money is flowing to you easily and effortlessly. You decide to you that this is going to be the month where you manifest your partner. Whatever it is, it's always a decision. But you have to be conscious enough to decide, so that way when these opportunities present themselves, you're actually showing up embodied as the version of you that you desire to be. Oh, hello, Bumblebee. And how beautiful is this? Bees are the sign of abundance. They get confused because I look like I do have flowers all over this arm, so sometimes they land on me. Hi. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, hello. But they very quickly realize that I'm not a flower. No, Ghost, do not eat the bumblebee. No. Do not eat the bee. Do not eat the bee. Hi, bye, bee. You should probably leave now, just because I won't harm you, but my dogs might, and I don't want that to happen to you. Ghost, leave him alone. Leave her alone. Leave it alone. Look at how beautiful it is. We gotta save the bees. Oh, Gaia. Dog mom life. Dog mom life. All right, everybody back up. Yes. Okay. Well, that was the whole thing. Let me... All right, Ghost, you are connected to this table, and you're 80 pounds, so I'm going to need you to not... Okay, this bee is definitely playing with you now, which is great. But if we could not... Let me see what some of the comments say, because I'm going to need to be exerting a lot of energy to hold on to this 80-pound dog and this bee that are playing. Oh, girl. Oh, Ghost. If you get that bee, it's just going to sting you, so that bee's going to win either way. Either way, is that a blanket on the chair? It is a towel because there is so much pollen all over that I sat here outside, and black is my favorite color, and I normally am wearing all black. All right, Ghost, you're getting your sister to act up, and this is like not ideal. Leave the bee alone. Stop. No more. And so yesterday I came out here to meditate. Ouch. To meditate and to eat and let the girls be outside. And I came in covered in pollen. So I just put this towel down so that way I was not covered in pollen today. You're not the side chick type, so I told my wife I'm leaving her for you. That's so funny. I totally manifested that because I was thinking I was thinking yesterday about how the only person I've ever seen with my hand tattoos, because I got asked about my tattoos yesterday, and the only person I've ever seen with my hand tattoos was a guy who literally had sink or swim on his hands, including on his thumbs. And I was like, damn, like now I can't say I've never seen anybody with this. I was bartending, and it was like years ago, and he literally told me that he would marry me, and I noticed he had a ring on his finger, and then he walked away and went to his wife, and I was like, bro, not cool. So like I'm gonna laugh at that, but like don't do your wife dirty like that. Hey girl, hey. Tell it. Yes, yes, yes. Preach it. Yes, 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 yes. I'm manifesting a prior friends with benefits to my hubby and believing I don't have to reach out is a hurdle. Here's the thing, like you can absolutely do that, but if you were before a friends with benefits is somebody, like you have to understand that you have to be the one to change your self-worth and not actually see yourself as somebody who is a friends with benefits, right? Like, because love relationships are a reflection of what you believe about yourself. So you have to believe that you're a divine queen, and like, of course he wants to marry you. Of course he wants to wife you up. Like, you're the best thing on the planet. It's never about him. It's always about you. I have a Manifest Love Masterclass that will help you with that if you just want to learn how to do that, because I teach you step by step how to do it. That's such a great way to put it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're describing me. Hopefully you got a lot out of this then. Thank you so much. Gonna journal. Amazing. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. It's great. I need to hear this again. Please put it up. Hey, Manny, I absolutely will. Hopefully it like holds up the internet connection and everything when it's alive. How do I manifest a home and money? So we already talked about money. When it comes to a home, what is the home that you want to manifest? Because a lot of people are like, I want to manifest a home, but they have no fucking clarity on what the home is. Like, what does the home look like? Well, how did you get yourself down there? You walk down there with your 4 legs, you can walk back up with your 4 legs. Yes, I speak to my 1-year-old dog like she is a child. But so it's like, when you want to manifest something, especially when it's like a house or a car or something like that, you have to remember that your subconscious mind is creating your reality. And so your subconscious mind doesn't work in words, it works in visual and sensory input. So when it comes to a home, when it comes to a car, you want to have extreme clarity on what that home or car looks like. So get really clear on like, what are your non-negotiables? So like, I want it to be in the country. I want it to have a fenced-in yard. I want to have a big, bright, open kitchen. I want to have, X amount of bedrooms, like whatever it is. Get crystal clear on what that house looks like for you, or the car looks like for you. And then visualize yourself. Like so I cook all the time. I cook 3 meals a day from scratch, typically every single day. So for me, when I'm visualizing a house, I'm going to see me in my house cooking, because that's something I'm going to be doing every day. See yourself, if you're not a cooker, I guess that's the right word. If you don't like to cook, then see yourself waking up in the bedroom. Like, what is the view from your bed look like? What does the bathroom look like when you're brushing your teeth every day? Like, see yourself, visualize yourself in your dream home, so that way you're seeing it playing out. I have one of my visualizations in my university. I think it's the future self visualization. I think so. It's actually in the money game too. But that visualization like walks you through like getting really crystal clear on what that house looks like. So you have to remember that like when you have a visual in your mind, when you have a mental movie and you're playing it out, you're teaching your subconscious mind what that looks like. And time is an illusion, reality is an illusion. So if you're focusing more on seeing yourself in the new house, seeing yourself drive the new car, whatever it is, then you are creating an actual blueprint for your subconscious mind to get to work to creating it, because it's already seen you in there. So start seeing yourself in the house. It's not like, I need to get a house, I need to get a house, I need to move my rent, like I need to have the money. Like, who gives a fuck? Nobody asked you how much money it was. Like, it could come in a million and one ways. It's not about the money. Like, stop letting the money trip you up. Get crystal fucking clear on what the house is that you want to be living in, what the car is that you want to be driving, and see yourself driving the car. Feel yourself driving that car every day when you're driving your old car. Use that as an anchor point. When you are doing things in your house all day long, like, do it and feel as if you are in and see yourself in the new home. You have to disassociate with your current reality, and you need to associate more with your desired reality. I feel like I have a dog hair on my face and it's driving me nuts. I need to hear this today. Thank you. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Believe this. So what actions do we take in the 3D to act like a millionaire besides thinking it? So, I mean, I've already talked about wealth. I've already talked about money, but it's like, here's the thing is like, y'all are getting too caught up on the actions. Aligned action. It's never just take actions, because remember, actions from a lack frequency and a lack mindset are just going to get more lack. So it's like, you need to get crystal clear on who is the millionaire version of yourself. How do they think? How do they show up? What actions are they taking? What frequency are they in? What is their self-talk like? What is their life like? Because it's not about like spending money frivolously. Honestly, rich people don't do that. They don't spend money frivolously. They spend money very intentionally. They just have more of it to spend. But if they were just spending it all frivolously, they wouldn't have $1 million, right? Like, they're very intentional. They're investing more money than they're spending. And I say that just because every time I teach about money manifestation, somebody goes, well, I don't have the money. How do I spend the money if I don't have it? And I'm like, nobody fucking told you to spend the money. It doesn't cost you a cent to think differently. It doesn't cost you a cent to feel differently. It doesn't cost you a cent to embody a different version of yourself. Like, this is all free. It's all available for you. So get crystal clear on who that millionaire version of yourself is, embody them, and then taking aligned action means you're getting your mindset right, you're getting your energy right, and then you're taking action from that place. So stop thinking about what actions you have to take, because that's the wrong question, and start asking yourself, who do I need to be? Because when you get clear on who you need to be and you start becoming that person, everything you do, no matter what you do, is going to work in the way you want it to. But when you're asking questions on how do I do something, like, that is the worst question you could ever ask. If you're asking a question of how do I do something, that is the lowest frequency, and like you're asking, like, that's a clear indication that you're not embodied in the identity that you need to have, in the mindset that you need to be in the energy that you need to be in. So stop asking how questions, because that's bullshit. Like, that's never going to get you anywhere. Start becoming, like, switch the how to who and become the version of yourself, and then the aligned actions will come. I needed to hear this today. Thank you. You're so welcome. My car broke down and its transmission. I'm trying to keep positive and money will come. Christina, here's the thing, is like, you're in the money game. So like, go through the money game again, go through the money game. But just like the money example of the $100 bill. First of all, I'm going to ask you, were you manifesting a new car? Were you manifesting a new car? Because don't be surprised when you're manifesting a new car and you're not very specific about that, and then your car breaks down. Right? Because like, a lot of people like, I want to manifest a new car, and then their car breaks down, so they have to get a new car, or they get into an accident and they aren't available for them getting hurt, but their car gets totaled. And it's like, well, of course you're getting a new car. If you're manifesting a new car intentionally, then it's like, I'm so excited and grateful that I have this new car, and that my current car is going to run smoothly until I get this new car. Like, we have to be very intentional about the words that we're saying. But even if, and even when, because it did already happen, your car breaks down, like, it doesn't have to mean anything. Just because your car broke down, that doesn't mean that you don't have the money to pay for it. Just because your car broke down, that doesn't mean you're going to be without transportation. Just because your car broke down doesn't mean that you have to show up in a dysregulated nervous system. Just because your car broke down, like, all that means is your car broke down. It doesn't have to mean anything else, right? So it's like, go back to the money game, go through the money game, and Listen to the money empowerment meditation, listen to the future self visualization in there. See yourself driving a new car, or see yourself driving your old car, seeing it fixed. Like, literally, there could be 1,000,001 ways that your car gets fixed. What if you got a phone call, like literally right after you get off this live, and it's the owner of the garage saying, hey, like, the most miraculous thing just happened. Somebody came in with your exact car and they decided to junk it and they sold it to me. And so now I have a transmission that I can literally just put in your car right away. And I'm just going to charge you the labor because because this is getting it out of my way, and then I can scrap it. And like, what if he was like, it's only going to cost you $50? I know you got $50. You know what I mean? Like, stop limiting yourself and stop believing that things have to go a certain way. Like, this is going to be like a big, like, oh my God, oh no, my car broke down. Like, stop going there, because if you're in that energy, if you're in that frequency, if you're in that mindset, like, it's just going to keep getting worse. Don't make anything outside of you mean anything. Your car broke down. So what? Your car's going to get fixed. Just as quickly as it broke down is just as quickly as it's going to get fixed. Oh my God, I've got hair all over my face and I'm so itchy right now. Maybe it's pollen, who knows? Yes. Hey, Kelly. I'm laughing so much. I love you, Christina. You've got this. Good point about the home. I would have no idea where I want the house. Exactly. So, Michelle, here's the thing is, like, and you're not like an outlier here. I would say 99% of people know what they don't want, but when I ask them what they do want, they have no fucking idea. So instead of focusing on the situations that you don't want, I want you to start being like, okay, so what do I actually want? What is the house that I want? What is the car that I want? What's the career that I want? What's the business that I want? What's the love relationship that I want? What's the health that I want? Like, whatever it is, or all of it, get clear on what it is. Like, this is what I want the house to look like. And here's the thing. So I call them non-negotiables. There will be some things where you're just like, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, you might not cook in your kitchen, so you don't really care if you have a big kitchen. You might not care if you have a fenced-in yard. You might not, like, there might be things that it's like, it doesn't actually matter to me. So we're not focusing on those things. Like, you don't have to get crystal clear on these things that don't matter to you, but it's like, what matters to you in the house? It matters that it's in this city. It matters that it's got an open floor plan. It matters that it has X amount of bedrooms. Like, whatever it is, get crystal clear on what your non-negotiables are and allow the rest to, like, manifest in the perfect and divine way, and trust that that's what's going to happen. But you can't be surprised if you're not manifesting your desires if you don't actually know what they are, right? Like, because of course you don't have them, because your subconscious mind works in specificity. It works in sensory input. It works in images. So it's like, you need to get clear on what those things are. Can we ask what instead of how? What is as surface level as how? It's always about who. Because, okay, sure, like, I mean, I guess you could ask, like, what is it that I want? But how does that, like, yes, you need to have clarity on what it is you want, but it's like, if you know what you want but you're not focusing on it, if you know what you want but you're not thinking in alignment with it, if you know what you want but you're not in the energy of having it. There's a big animal in the woods, and I knew that Gaia was about to see it. Gaia, I don't know what that animal is because I can't see it, but can we not? Gaia. She's about to break free. She's tied up on a rope, and I think that she just... Did she just break free of the rope? Un momento. Get out of there. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Come on. Okay. Hey, yeah. Well, she didn't break free, but Ghost broke free, but her rope is tied up to her rope. Whatever, dog mom life. But yeah, like, so you can ask what if you are trying to get clarity on, like, what you want, but the most powerful, like, remember, like, there's a reason why people are always telling you to ask better questions, right? Because you're gonna get the answer that you're asking for, but is your question good? There is such a thing as bad questions. Like, that's like the whole, like, everybody needs a trophy thing. There are bad questions. Ask better questions. You'll get better answers. You'll get better results. So the most powerful question is who? Who do I need to be? Who is the version of me that has this already? When you get clear on the who, everything else is going to change because your identity is driving your actions, your habits, your thoughts, your feelings, everything. So when you change who you are, everything else has to change, right? No, because I want to move to Italy, so I plan to sell it and leave. Christina, I know that you want to move to Italy. So isn't that the universe getting one thing out of the way for you? You want to move to Italy and you can't take your car with you. And you're miserable where you are because you want to be in Italy. So you just got certified as a hypnotherapist and you don't love the job that you're in. And I can say all these things because she was a private client of mine. So it's like, you know where you want to go. You know what you want your life to be. So what the fuck are you doing, girl? Buy the plane ticket. Fucking go. Car broke down? Bet. Sell the car to parts, as parts to the mechanic. Take that money and use it for your trip. Build that fucking business. Get out of Iowa. Like, leave, girl. This is like, here's the thing, you guys, is like, the universe is always supporting you. And a lot of the times, if we're not taking actions on our desires, the universe is going to start making moves for you because you're not making moves for yourself. And here's the thing, is when the universe starts making moves for you, it's going to be the moves that you don't necessarily want to experience because you got stuck in your comfort zone. Like I was saying at the beginning, or in the middle, whenever it was, is like, if you're in your comfort zone, that's the worst place to be because then it's like, well, I could stay here. I've been in this spot for long enough, like, But it's like, if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you're never going to change. So the universe is like, girl, you've been wanting this for a hot minute now and you've been making some moves, but they're a little too slow and they're a little too steady. So if I knock some things up and I get rid of your car, now what you gonna do? You gonna fix that car and spend all that money on fixing the car and then be stuck in a place that you don't want to be, doing jobs that you don't want to do? Or are you gonna say, this is my moment. This is my moment. I got all the things situated for my business to start. I know where I want to be, so how about I just go? You know? Yes, I'm believing that it will be cheap and easy. Love this. Thanks, Alexa. And that's the thing. It can be cheap and easy, or it could just be a sign to like, get the fuck out of America. Whatever you want it to be, but either way, it's working in your favor. So for example, who do I want to be in a healthy relationship instead of how or what to do, correct? It's never about what to do. Like if your questions are aligning with what to do, how is it going to happen? Bad questions. Bad questions. Who is the version of me who's in a healthy relationship? Who is the version of me that's in a healthy relationship? How does she show up? How does she think? Like when you're asking how or what in relation to the identity factor, in relation to the who, those are powerful questions because you're getting clear on who is the version of me that already has that desire. The version of me who's in a healthy, happy relationship, she knows her worth. She feels supported. You know what I mean? Like you can go off and off and off here, but it's like, it's not about how do I manifest the partner and when am I going to meet him? Where am I going to meet him? Like, no, who is the version of me that's in a happy relationship, happy, healthy relationship? Because then you start becoming that version of yourself without the relationship. Because that's the thing. It's never about the relationship. It's always about you. It's never about anything outside of you. It's always about you. And I do walk you step by step through this in my Manifest Love Masterclass. But start asking who and getting clear on who it is. Yeah, this happening is shaking me out of my comfort zone. Exactly. So this doesn't limit you. This could actually be the catalyst that transforms your entire life, right? Like, remember, you're the one that's assigning meaning. So don't assign negative meaning. Start assigning powering meaning, and ask yourself honestly: do I want to fix the car? Do I want to stay here, or do I want to take the leap of faith, buy the ticket, and fucking soar? I mean, and nothing's right or wrong. It's just all like, what do you actually want to do? What would make you the happiest? I know that you want to be in Italy. So like, but how badly do you want to be in Italy, girl? You willing to go for it? You're willing to wait around? All right. I am going to go though, because like Gaia is now caught around a bush and I'm not trying to have her pull this bush out of the ground. I can't leave here until September. Okay, then make it work. But like, don't manifest it's going to cost a lot of money because like you're about to leave soon anyway. So it's going to be fixed quickly and easily. It's not a big deal. Whatever. All right, if you guys want to learn how to manifest from me, you can get into my Manifestation University. AOMU is like the best place on the internet for you to be. I'll give you everything that you need to do. I'll give you all of the tools to rewire your mind, regulate your nervous system, so that way you can recode your cellular DNA to start showing up as the version of yourself who has all of your desires quickly and easily. If you want to get into short-term mentorship with me, I have short-term mentorship options open. Just DM me for them because you will not find them anywhere else. If you're ready to go all in and get mentorship with me, you can fill out the application in my bio and you get access to my business university and my manifestation university while you're in mentorship. All the links are in my bio. My podcast is linked in my bio. My manifestation workbook is linked in my bio. Wherever the fuck else is linked in my bio. Oh, and if you want to join Lead Yourself Powerfully, it's still on pre-sale. So that is a 30-day experience that's coming up in June. So you'll get an activation every single day to stay in Lead Yourself Powerfully, to stay in the energy of leading yourself powerfully. I love your courses. Unwavering is so good. Ooh, Unwavering is so good. That was my 30-day manifestation challenge to get into unwavering conviction and certainty for your manifestation. If you get into my Manifestation University, you get access to that. And I would recommend plugging into it right away because it's so good. All right, I love you guys so much. I have to go rescue my dogs, but I'll talk to you later. Bye.